What's up guys, Cosmic here. Today we're going to be covering combat axe locations on Combine for Domination. And so I'm going to show you a spawn spot from A to C, one from C to A, and then a straight up spot to B from both sides. Quick little disclaimer, A is very hard to hit from C, and so the spot is not completely reliable. And there's a wall blocking C flag from this side of the map, and so the spot we're going to be using for that actually hits players leaving the flag instead of players that are on the flag. So anyway, let's get started. So hitting C flag from A is relatively easy compared to the other side because players spawn much closer to A than they do to C, and so it takes the players longer to get to C than it does for the players to get to A. So you have a little bit more time to set up your shot. So what you're going to do is come over to these stairs right here and just walk into this corner until you stop. And then I'm using an assault rifle, so the crosshairs are slightly wider. If you're using like an SMG, I think the spread is tighter. However, it's pretty universal because it's not an exact spot. And what you want to do is just look up. You want to line your bottom crosshair up with this wall here, and just aim until your crosshair is basically in the middle of this opening. And so you see the trees on both sides there, and just kind of, it's more of judgment than anything, but just kind of tell where the middle of this is, and then you can also alter it side to side depending on where you want the axes to land, because you will see shortly where they land. And so what we're going to do is we're going to line up here, just kind of in the middle, and we'll throw one there, and then move to the left a bit, and throw another one. If you aim too low, the axe will hit this wall and ricochet off, so try to avoid that. Now if we run over to C here, you will see where these axes landed, and they land right in this opening here. And a large number of players that capture C will exit this way. Most players that, instead of running this way off spawn, if they come to the flag, they'll either leave this way or jump over this wall. It's most likely that they will come this way. Some players avoid the flag altogether and go this way, but those that do try and capture C will most likely come this way, and so those axes will hit those players leaving the flag. Alright, so now we're going to cover the straight up spot to B from A flag. And so what you want to do is come up to this building here and like walk up to this wall, and it doesn't really matter where along this like line you are because it's the same distance, but generally I just kind of go straight on. So I'll walk up to here, and obviously you don't want to hit this, so you want to back up enough that you're not going to hit that, but you look straight up all the way up and just throw it up. And you can move left to right to kind of alter the landing spot, because you don't want the two axes landing the exact same spot, because chances are it'll only hit one person. But as you can see, the axes land right on B flag. And again, you can alter the location slightly if you want a different landing area, but from there they land right on B flag. Alright, so now we're going to cover the spot from C to A, and like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this spot is not completely reliable because first of all, you don't have much time to set up your shot because the players that spawn at A are much closer to the flag, which means they'll be leaving a lot sooner than you will. And this also takes some time to set up as it is, and so your window of opportunity is fairly small. However, it's really the only spot from here you can hit A, because if you look at the map, there's that somewhat transparent roof that comes off of the main building, and that covers most of the flag. It's the roof that we threw over to get to B from A, and so getting an axe over that wall to land on A is fairly difficult from here. But this spot lands it fairly close, so you want to climb up on this box here, and you want to walk up to the left side of this post until you stop. And then you want to line your bottom crosshair up with A here and kind of go up until your left crosshair hits the moon there. And you want to keep it on that right side of the moon. And so you can start here, and I usually go about the middle there, and so I throw in there. And then you can alter it either up or down depending on where your axe lands. And so what we'll do is we'll just kind of go a little bit higher to see where it lands. Alright, so as you can see, the axes landed basically on the back of A flag and then kind of dribbled to this area. And so it's really hard to hit. Basically anywhere from here this way on A is really difficult to hit because again, this roof blocks that. However, if someone is sitting on the back of A, and I know a lot of people like to lay down next to this rock because it's really the only bit of cover you have, you will hit those players. Alright, so now we're going to cover the straight up spot from C to B. And what you want to do is you want to walk up to this curb area and kind of just line yourself up with this curve here, and you're straight on with B. And you can alter, I mean, if you're back a little bit or forward a little bit, it'll just alter the landing zone either to this side of B or the other side of B. But in general, this spot gets it pretty much in the center. And again, you just want to look straight up, make sure your bottom is lined up with B, throw one, then you can alter your position a little bit and throw another one. And again, as you can see, the axes land right on B, right in the middle. And I have actually hit a double on this spot in game, and so I will share that with you now.
Losing B. Friendly UAV inbound. Hostile HCXD.
Well, alrighty guys, that's going to do it for this episode. If I find more detailed spots that are a bit more accurate, I will upload that in the future. However, I just kind of wanted to get these general spots out as soon as possible so you guys can start hitting these axes cross map. If you have any suggestions for a map, please leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, I will just randomly select a map as I continue finding spots. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like because it's really going to help me out. And if you're new here, please subscribe, and I would really appreciate you sharing this video and channel as well. So until next time, guys, this has been Cosmic. Peace.
Overdrive ready.